Welcome back to Robin Reviews. This is my second video. If you watched the first video, I did a review for the Rubik's Cubes, the Impossible and Phantom. And I mentioned in the first video that I'm going to review Funko from time to time. A big Funko fan. Like I said in the first video, I'm helped to moderate the Funko Canada Marketplace and Funko Canada Waffle House, which are two of, if not the biggest groups of their kind in Canada. And so every video, a few videos or so, I'm going to throw in a Funko just to keep things fresh. And sometimes they'll be in the box, but my little friend here actually brought from work. And I do love this, but there are a few things that I'm not too keen on. So I'm not going to quiz anyone because, as I said in the first video, I'm not really here for viewers. That's not my goal. It's just to have fun and review things that I love. But if you are watching this and you do want to take a guess as to what I don't love, before I tell you, you can. The first thing I will say that I do love, I loved Trouble growing up. I think that the really unique thing with Funko is that it's not designed or exclusive to only one age bracket, especially as they go to more vintage toys and toys that are older. It really appeals to adults who played these toys when they were kids and played the games when they were kids as well. And so I really kudos to them. I did notice, well, I think everyone noticed that in the market, Funko stock went down recently, and I think there's just an oversaturation, and I think that's a danger that can come when you're trying to do too much. But in this case, I love what they did. And it's great because I might have thought when I first heard about vintage toys and how they were going to do some things like Trouble, how do you do that? Are you just going to put a square box or a rectangle box or whatever you're going to do inside a Funko box? But no, they have taken one of the four pieces that you would move around the board into a Funko. Now I'm going to say three things that aren't my favorite about this. And again, I'm not knocking Funko. I guess when I say these things, it's more of a wish list in case that Funko decides to continue on with this theme. Some of the ways they could do it. The most obvious one is color variations. I think that they very easily could have done all four of them, or at least one or more. Or I know sometimes with Emerald City Comic Con, which they have in the spring every year, might be an opportunity for them to do a green one. But I would have loved to have seen you could just buy different ones. But I understand with barcodes and production, they'd be a little harder to just have different ones out there. And maybe they didn't think there'd be a market. But that's the first thing. And the second and third things I don't love they're just minor things. One of them is I wish that the box that he's holding wasn't flat. I think it could have been very doable, manageable to have elevated spots here around the board where the pegs are, where the different characters would land. But the biggest one for me, and maybe this is because I'm a kid at heart, is you see here it's a 5, and I'm pretty sure it's the same number for everyone. But I just think it was a wasted opportunity to not have the bubble that you can click, and maybe big enough or a smaller dice so that it could actually change numbers in here. Now, possibly they didn't do that because copyright laws or something with Trouble. But I would think if they got the license to make the character, they could have gotten that as well. And again, maybe that's just kind of a kid at heart, but I think it would have been really neat if you could have pressed down and, the number would have changed. Other than that, I love the facial expression. I think it's reflective of Trouble and kind of the little bit of mischievousness. Everything else is great about it. They could have maybe made it a little further up here, longer legs to really demonstrate how he'd sit. But other than that, I think it's a really fun addition to the Funko line. So what do you think? If you are listening to this, I'm just doing this for fun, but if you are watching this, if there's something that you notice that you don't love or you do love, feel free to let me know below. And yeah, thanks for watching and take care. Bye.